And I've heard people that you're connected with talk about how culture precedes politics, right? And this is exactly what we're talking about: a culture of family, a culture of values through the church, whether that's the LDS church or the Catholic church or some denomination of Christianity. This is where our values are derived from, and it's being dismantled right before our eyes.
Yes, and the church is now playing in a lot of different churches, and obvious, exceptions are my pastor, Rob McCoy, and many others that do such a great job, communicating these values. Is now a lot of them are complicit in these disintegrationist movements of our country. So,
well, I think we bought into the notion as a Christian that somehow, I don't think it would be this deliberate, but almost that we're supposed to be weak as opposed to meek. And that's actually the reason I reached out to you. I've had you on my radar for a long time because I followed what you're doing, and I listened to the conversation last week or a couple of weeks ago that you had with Pastor Rob. And I thought, man, I really got to pull the trigger on this and get Charlie on the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man, what you guys shared was so powerful. And I love to hear not only from you, but from Pastor Rob, strong Christian men who are unafraid to share your perception of the way that we can make this society better. And it seems like there's a lot of Christians out there who are afraid to do it.
And it's a question of how do you want yourself to be governed? It's a question of civil society is not a place where Christians should compartmentalize our worldview. We should be actively involved in it. And so in California, when they're passing SB 145, which decriminalizes pedophilia, and the American church is generally silent on that, we'll be judged for that. Oh my goodness, will we be judged for that? And so, I can go through a variety of different reasons and disappointments and struggles with that, but the American church needs to rise up in huge numbers right now. And if your pastor still has your church closed or is bowing to BLM Incorporated or this lie of systemic racism or critical race theory, leave that church. Do it respectfully and do it lovingly. Get out. It is not worthy your time or your tithes.